Hi everyone, my name is Aishokola Busari. I'm a Siwes student at 1112 Media and Events, and here we are at Ijebu National Museum just to know more about Ijebu land cultural activities. Thank you and follow for more.
When Ijebu land was still thick forest, then our forefathers that dominate this land came from a city called Wadai in Sudan. So they migrated from Wadai in Sudan to Ijebu land when Ijebu was still thick forest. Then, and the name of these two men were Ijebu and Olobi. And out of these two names, we derived the name Ijebu out of these two names, which is Ijebu and Olobi. In Ijebu land, we have 4 ruling houses. If anyone doesn't come or hail from any of these ruling houses, such cannot be called the king. So, and those 4 ruling houses are Anikilaya ruling houses, Oshebua ruling houses, Fidipota ruling houses, and Belebua ruling houses. And the Anikilaya ruling house, our current king on throne, Dr. Sikiru Adetono, came from Anikilaya ruling house. And he has been on throne since 1960 till now. As we are going, then you will see some other Awujales from each ruling houses. Each first of Awujale from each ruling houses. You see them as we are going. And in Ijebu land, we have 4 deities we worship in Ijebu land. Yearly we worship. The first one is Agemo. I know you cook and add about business. Agemo festival do come up June or July every year. And this Agemo, they were 16 in numbers. Number 1 of this Agemo is Tami. We call him Tami. That used to come from Odogbolu. You see Olumoro from Imoro. Sherefus from Ibile. Posa from Imoson. Moko from Okropun. Alofe from Ijesha-Ijebu, Olugbo from Okenugbo, Ija from Imosan, Lakpe from Oru, Magbodo from Ayepe, Bajelu from Imuku, Lubamison from Agoiwoye, Petu from Ishiwo, Ogegbo from Ibonwo, Ijobi from Agoiwoye, and Nopa from Ijebu-Mushin. They were 16 in numbers. And that is why you see people calling, eulogizing Ijebu people that our Malagemo mẹ́rìndínlógún. So, and women are forbidden to see Agemo. I don't know, maybe you know about that. Yes. So any women that dare to see Agemo or dare to say, let me just speak what is going on, what is it that, what is Agemo, will face whatsoever the consequence will be. But why is it like that now? Because women, we were loose. Men like to do their thing in a secret way and manner. But women, anything we see like this, not talk. Even the one we didn't see, we must talk. And they decided to do men no more. So, and another deity in Ijebu land is Oro. Why do we celebrate Oro? Why do we bring out Oro in Ijebu land? Oro is meant to cleanse the land from bad occurrences. There are some cities that will be hearing children death rate, elders death rate. So, and they say chickenpox has been killing people in this community. Why? Maybe they don't have the experience of bringing out Oro for cleansing. So once that happens, they'll bring out Oro to cleanse the land. They believe there are some bad spirits that needs to be chased away from the land. So, and the only way they could do that, they could achieve sending bad spirit out of the community is by bringing out Oro. And another reason why they were bringing out Oro in Ijebu land is because they wanted to clean the land for planting season. When it's about planting season, we see them bringing out Oro. They believe that once they do that, anything those farmers plant will grow, will germinate and yield results. And another deity in Ijebu, and women are also forbidden not to see Oro. Either Oro decided to come out at noon or at night, women are forbidden to see Oro. And so, another deity we worship in Ijebu is Ebi. Some people call it Olobirojo. This Ebi festival has a brief history about it. We believe with the worship the Aniroko tree, and that Aniroko tree came to existence during Obanta regime, which is the first Awujale of Ijebu land. Awujale was the third king of Ijebu land, but starting from Awujale tenure, they started using the name Awujale of Ijebu land. You get it? So they believe that his Obanta staff turned to that Iroko tree, and he was a warrior as well, a king. So we need to worship such person. Abi? So, and this Ebi, during this festival, you see people flogging themselves, not all everyone, but men in the land. You see them flogging themselves. And you wonder why are they flogging themselves? Yes, the main reason why they were flogging themselves is to test their strength. Because the Ijebu people believe that any man that cannot endure pain is not to be called a man. So by flogging themselves, according to the tradition of that Ebi, they know you are well to call a man. So, and in the process, anyone that gets tired easily will just ask to raise his skin like this, that I surrender all, I'm tired. So they will now leave him alone. That doesn't stop the continuation of flogging him. So, and during the festival, you see them beheading dog on that Iroko tree. And they will give warning before the festival that anyone that is rearing dog in the town should always tie palm front on that dog's neck during this festival. Because any dog sighted without palm front on his neck, they will kill that dog. You know, I'm supposed to love dog in but once they see palm front on that dog's neck, it is forbidden for them to touch that dog. So, and anyone that wants to emerge the post of an high priest of this Ebi, which is now in Olowu, once he attained that post as Olowu, the high priest of this Ebi, he will start to wear women's dress. He won't be able to wear men's dress anymore. You will see him wearing skirts. He will be plaiting his hair as from that day. And another deity, we called him Onishemu Leguru. That Onishemu Leguru was an Ifa priest and high priest. Then, Ijebu was flooded with water. Those in the bush could not come back home. Those at home could not go out. There is no means of survival for them. And we have an Ifa priest. We have an high priest in the land. And he consulted an oracle. And the oracle told him, do you know what the oracle told him?
What now?
Oracle said, you will sacrifice your life. And he took up that courage and sacrificed his life. He laid a mat on that water and started chanting the incantation. And as soon as the water is taking him away, the water is following him. And that was the end of flood in Ijebu land. And since then, there was nothing called flood in Ijebu land because the water spirit promised him that there won't be anything called flood in Ijebu land. So, and such a man needs to be celebrated yearly. And this what you're having here, we call it traditional religious shah. How do you communicate it? Hello? So, because when I was taking talk with you, there's something I did not say that I'm saying now. That is the main reason why thoughts are different. It depends on the inspiration. Yes. And this is what we call traditional religious shah. Maun Owo. There are three things contained in this thing. And if you look at it very well, you know that it's three things. You see this, you see this, you see this. The main work of this thing is for protection. In Ijebu land, anyone that has this on him or her, and the person is on a journey, traveling, if peradventure there is an accident on their way, the person that has this on him or her will come out alive without having any cases. Kí èèyàn 2001 nínú mọ́tò yẹn, kí èèyàn 1999 kú, ẹni tó ní kíní lára òní kú, kò ní sọ tó máa ṣe. It's called protection. And once you have this on you, and people are planning to beat you up, they're planning to kill you, and you have this on you, you will pass them by like they'll be seeing like they'll be looking like until you pass them by. And so I'm plan for my That's the end of it. It's for protection. And this is what we call divination board. Upon in fact, this divination board in Ijebu land, if we wanted to consult God, we want to start a new business, we want to go on a journey, and we need to know how our movement will be, how that business will yield result. We consult annually through upon in fact, and he will speak to us. Something we call Osu. When there is a Jesus Christ, that's why so, and this is what we call small clay vessel. This small clay vessel, once there is a new child born to any family, once upon for osu pa omo lara, that osu is yellowish in color like this, and it will be solid like this. We need to melt it down, like turn it to liquid or melt it to return to cream texture. So they will put this osu here and put some herbs and fire. So the fire will melt up that osu, so it will be easier for them to use it to rub the body. And if anyone has black mark of chickenpox or measles, and those marks are there as stigma, once they put that osu to rub it, it will clear the black spots. And another thing they were using this for, when they put palm kernel oil in it, they normally use it to appease to the gods. Hello, are you here? Please don't divide this class, please. And this is what we call sacrificial pot. I know you have seen this. Having dead body, that's just the only purpose of this. When God is asking for sacrifice, we place it here and we go and put it where He asks us to put it. And this is what we call perforated pots, Ajere. This perforated pot has two things it does in Ijebu land. It is believed in Ijebu land that if any prominent person died in an occultic group, in a palace, in a town, they believe that the spirit of the deceased is still roaming about the community or the palace or the occultic group, and they wanted to free him or her. They will put some herbs in this and put fire in it, and they start burning the fire. As soon as the flame is coming out, they will swing it here and there. So they believe the spirit of the dead person will vanish. That's number one of this war. Then number two, if anyone is sick to death, and they will try every means, there will no remedy. So once they put some herbs in this and put fire in it as well, they will cover up that sick person with a blanket on this. So as soon as they remove that blanket, they see that person sweating. And the sweat will be more than this one. It will be as if they pour water on him. It is believed in Ijebu land that the person is ill. Agemo in Ijebu. This head mask is Tani head mask.
The first Agemo.
Yes, it's the number one of Agemo, Tani head mask. Why are we having this here? It is mainly here to serve the purpose of Aroko. I don't know, maybe you know what they call Aroko. When Agemo festival is approaching, they will take this to any king on the throne. That Agemo festival is approaching. And even once Kabiyesi sees this, he knows that Agemo festival is approaching. So if there are things to do among them, they will do it, and that's the end of it. So, and this is what we call Pamwanga. In some rural area, you still find this palm wine there. They were using it to drink water and palm wine. Even in the city, you can still find this, and so on. So, and this is what we call water pot, local pot. This was what our mothers in olden days normally used to fetch water from the stream. They were using it to cook herbs, and they were using it for food. I am still using this at all. Yes, whenever I wanted to cook agbagu, you know what they call agbagu? Ewa agbagu. Okay. Yes, if you try this to cook agbagu and ewa, Jesus Christ, you will be thinking, this thing should not The very first day I tried it, I tried to cook like half Congo of this.
With firewood or with gas?
With firewood. I regretted cooking half Congo because I was trying to tell you people that you too can try it. Yes, let's go back to our modern life, our local life. This modern life doesn't pay us. And go back to some just let me get 30 minutes, which you won't do. You know, the master that cut around, you have to do that. So, if not, then later, by the time you come back, take it like this. Why am I doing? So before the invention of local Brazilian pots, Germany pots, this pot, that pot. So this was our mother's pot then. We are these days, if we want to disseminate our information to the public, we use the means of what? We can use the means of drum, we can use the means of fire, we can use the means of gunshots, and the main means of disseminating our information to the public is through town crier. You see them all go bang, but in the era of our current king, Dr. Sikiru Kayode Awujale of Ijebu land, this drum bombo bedroom was the one they used to announce the arrival of his first daughter. That it is called bombo bedroom. And if you look at this drum very well, this drum, look at it very well. Oju gbogbo yin lọ, oju emi fúnra mi lọ. And the motto of this museum, we preserve the past, we celebrate the present, and we reshape the future. Preserving the past, celebrating the present, reshaping
the future.
And this is a typical example of us preserving the past, because this drum has been here since 1960. We have the bigger one down there. When we get there, we see that one as well. This same drum was the one they beat for our current king on his coronation day that he danced to. The big drum. It's called the Ijebu drum. And this is the image of our current king, Oba Dr. Sikiru Kayode Ogbagba II, Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebu land. So this was presented to our current king by Egbe Bobabute Okunrin Akile Ijebu. They were age ranged from 1959 to 1961. 1959 to 1961. 3 years age range. And their names were written on both sides of this. Masquerade. I think it was a So this is the costume of the oldest masquerade. And it is believed that the masquerades were intermediary before human and gods. Consultants masquerade as well. The national if you look up here, we have local pot there. Local plants. That is our mother's fridge and freezer. Yes. Because it is believed in the world that when you drink water from this store, it's as full as water from the fridge. And this is the bigger Ijebu drum I told you about. And for every deity in Ijebu land, we have different types of drums for them. For every festival, that I said that I said the high priest would be wearing skirts and plaiting his hair. That I said they normally bear dog to sacrifice on a iroko tree. That I said they normally whip themselves. This drum is meant for Ebi. Why this is Okiri, meant for Agere. Why this is for Oshubos. Whenever they wanted to do this thing, each of them have different types of drum. And if you look up here, you see war accessories. These are Balogun Kuku war accessories, including this Whenever Balogun Kuku wants to go for war, whenever Balogun Kuku wants to go for war, he will have to armor himself with all these accessories. Aluwo wà ńbẹ̀, aluku wà ńbẹ̀, alubora wà ńbẹ̀, so and so on and so forth. This is a horse mouth guard, and all this we are seeing are staff of recognition of Balogun Ashokemaru, Balogun Otubu, Balogun Fasasi, and so on and so forth. When it's Ileya period like this, you see them on riding horse, you see them carrying all this royal staff of recognition from Ijebu. So it's just to signify that this household are for Balogun Ashokemaru and so on and so forth. If you tell us that the strength of a woman in our land, Ijebu people honor women and their strength. It's just that God decided to give men power, authority over us. But the strength of a woman is more than that of a man. A woman can be, it's just an indicator or just an example of what I've told you in the Bible. So I do advise people. I don't know if there are anyone among you that are a member of courts here. If there is, I know you won't be able to say it. But nowadays there are some things that is going on that if they decided to kill you and they want you to be your own cause of death, they will ask you to ring this one of these bells. They will ask you to join their courts or Ijebu courts, and once they were planning for you and you don't know, they say, where do I go here? Once you are beating any of these drums, that's the end of such person. That's the end, because these three bells that you are looking at, once it is beating like this, it speaks. And once he has spoken and you refuse to respond, that's deadly. Death is the penalty. So that is why, main reason why we are having it here, to let people know. You have seen it now, and there are some other of this bell that are not like this shape. So we need to be very, very careful. And once you see people greeting themselves like this, they are one of the Ijebus. And if you look at this image very well, you see the woman with tribal mark. That is Ijebu tribal mark. Because Ijebu people do have tribal markers. Many of you are Christians. It is written in the Bible. Paul the Apostle said something in the Bible. He said, when you are speaking in tongues and you don't understand what you are saying, that's number one. And you cannot interpret for the public, that's number two. Then number three, if you cannot get someone who can interpret for you, he said something that you should do what? You should keep quiet. Sorry, excuse me, not something like that. What our fathers normally do to wage war, to fight war, and to kill animals in the bush before they bring to us AK-47 and so on. So I want you to listen attentively more. This is what we call Onile. They call it Onile or Onile. This deity, òun la máa ń pè ní olùgbẹ̀san, olùgbèjà, abániwá, tá a bá ń wa táàrí, ó máa bá yàn wá. Onílé, ẹni tó nílé ló nílẹ̀. None of you here who do not understand Yorùbá yìí. Kò sí. Onílé ló nílẹ̀. Àbí? Ẹni tó nílẹ̀ ló nílé. So tí máa kọ́lé sórí ilẹ̀ onílẹ̀. Tẹ́ni tó nílẹ̀ wá ló fẹ́ balẹ̀ ní máa gbélé mi kúrò ní. So onílé or onílẹ̀. So every other, the two names, anyone with all these deity is okay with it. And the main purpose, the main work of this deity is, I said, do not touch. They are both male and female. The main purpose of this and the main work of this deity is when something is stolen from the city or from anyone, and that person decided he doesn't want to let go of that thing, we want to look for it. Mo fẹ́ wá nǹkan mi sẹ́. Ibikíbi tó bá wà, mo fẹ́ rí. Once he consulted this onílé, á wá jáde. Tẹ́ni yẹn tó aṣọ ní kókó, because akọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sick, ẹ̀ tó jí. If it's a man, he will die before 9 days. The ultimatum time is the 9th day he will die. if you fail to confess. The man is opening on 7 days maximum. As a thing. So everyone that doesn't know before knows now that you can steal anything from anyone. Eliminate sell at 1,100,000. He doesn't mind. One people lọ́ra màálù kó fi bọ ojú dáàbọ̀ ó ṣàti ṣe kí ni kó fojú aṣojú. Ẹlòmíràn kẹ̀ ya wèrè débi pé tó bá jí nǹkan ní nǹkan òun gan rẹ́dì láti kò rẹ́dì àti jẹ́wọ́. So tip for tap. And this is the picture of His Royal Majesty Ọba Adémúyẹ̀wò Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ 1. Why did they write Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ 1? I said something about 4 ruling houses then. I said Fìṣẹ̀búwà ruling house, Aníkúlẹ́yà ruling house, Gbélébúwà ruling house, and Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ ruling house. They decided to write Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ 1 because he was the first Awùjalẹ̀ from Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ ruling house. He ruled from 1852 to 1886. From 1852 to 1886. He came from Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ ruling house. I was the first Awùjalẹ̀ from Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ ruling house. If you look at this image very well, this is the way a king should appear. When you see a king, you see him in royalty, with a crown, a teeth, and a royal. No issue. Okay, I thought it was. So once you see a king, you see him in royalty. So this is a king standing, as you have seen him. And every of these, there are many of these. Each of it represents 10th year anniversary of our marriage. So, why this represents his 10th year? This second, that's 28th year. If you look at this image up there, you see that's the sign of Agemoeleni. So they always make some sacrifice there before they go through wherever they want to go through for their festival. And if you look at this image very well, you see a king riding on an hippopotamus. A king on an hippopotamus. Can you see any just ordinary people? Any ordinary person cannot ride on an hippopotamus. The only thing they ride on is horse, donkey, and so on. But on an hippopotamus. This indicates to us that a king has power over the land and water. Wọ́n ṣe orí ilẹ̀ ọlọ́ba ti bá. Nítorí mú ọba tí ògùn ẹṣin ó lọ ibi hippopotamus erin mi nínú omi ọba ṣe kí ni ó gbà lórí ògùn. So nítorí bring out fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé aṣọ ọba kò ṣeé ṣe kí ni ṣe fọwọ́ rẹ̀. And this is what we call ìpawọ́. Once anyone emerged the throne of Ọ̀túnbas in Ijebu land, this ìpawọ́ will be given to such person as staff of recognition as one of the Ọ̀túnbas. That is the power. And this is an Anago head mask. This Anago head mask is just a similarity between masquerade and so on. Masquerade is fishing. And is there any twins among you? It is believed in Ijebu land that once any family gives birth to a twin, they have to carve an image for them because they believe they were gods. So they need to carve an image for them. And this is what we call Epe. Curse. Epe. That image of Epe or curse. Why do we decide not to have the main thing here? Because anywhere we have it, if you lay a curse, that is the fine gone. Nothing can wash it away. So our forefathers, they normally dig feet, like 10 feet to the ground, and they will bury it there. So that when you go, ó má gbọ́ ohun tó bá ti gbọ́ ohun kan tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀. And tó bá kó tẹ̀lé ṣiṣẹ́ fàdúrà kò bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe pé ní èpè. And this is what we call onílé as well. Onílé, onílẹ̀. This image you are seeing, if you look at it very well, you can see him having breast, having man as well. So it's just to tell us that there are some people among us that are like this. Yes. You see some men, they will have man, they will have breast like woman. And you see some people, they have man and also have woman. So if by attention you meet such people, you won't think, where are these people coming from? Are they in Ijebu? No, They were human beings like us. God just decided to raise them that way. And the significance of this, you see a woman backing the husband and carrying the baby as well. If you see a woman telling the husband that I will back you, she will. Backing others, they are come and back. I will support you. That is why they say behind every successful man, there is a woman. And you look at that picture, Queen Elizabeth and her husband, Dick and Dick of Ijebu, visit the Awujale. The Awujale they visit them was in Awujale from Belebua ruling house. Am I communicating? Yes. This is the third one now, out of the 4 ruling houses. So the Awujale they visit Oba Daniel Johnson. That's Belebua from the first Awujale from Belebua ruling house. And the picture you are looking at from left is Balogun Bello. It saw some war tools outside there. That was what the war took place in 1892. And this man, Captain Bar, led that war. That was the first war that conquered Ijebu ever. Ijebu has never been written in history that war conquered Ijebu. That was the first time and that was the last time. So, and that war ancestry you saw outside was the one this Captain Bar that led the war used to kill thousands of Ijebu soldiers in 1892. Before they brought to us Christianity and Islam, we have a way of worshiping God in Ijebu land. We have a way of communicating with God in Ijebu land. We have a way of giving thanks to God in Ijebu land. And this is a typical picture of it. You can see a woman and a household. Where are they heading to? They are heading to where they worship God. They are also and for every family, you see religion family. It has been in existence since then till now. About the mọ́ṣáláṣí lẹ́yìn announce fact obìnrin ló pọ̀ jù. About the church, yes. About the church, that's another onílé. That's another onílé. We just have them in different shapes here. You know, when they want to carve something, you can carve in so many different. So this is Ida Ogun. We have Ida Ogun to give judgment, death penalty for ẹni tó bá ṣẹ̀ sí àṣẹ ọba tó yẹ fún yín ikú. And the interior decorations you are looking at, the picture of them, you will find that interior decoration in this mansion, and that is Balogun mansion. Balogun mansion. That Balogun was the second Balogun of Ijebu land. Why this staff of recognition that you are looking at is for Balogun Otubo of the first Balogun of Ijebu land. Sir, we call it Oshugbo Edron. Once you join the Oshugbo fraternity court, they will give you this as staff of recognition that you are part of them. And it is advisable for women that still want to give back, want to join Oshugbo fraternity court. Once you join as a woman, you won't be able to have child anymore. If you want to join, you must have passed childbearing level, and then you can join. And this picture you are seeing here are for Regberegbes. Why is Regberegbes? What are the significance of Regberegbes? This age group, 1953 to 1955, our current king had that innovation, is to unite Ijebu sons and daughters together. He believed that when you unite them, they will be able to help themselves. And you see some people, when they want their wedding like this, they say, but the current king of the particular Adekono gave that innovation and brought that innovation and is working. That once you join Regberegbe, you see them coming all over the world during Ileya. Wherever they are, they will come during Ileya. And it's just to do what? To unite them. So that out of that unity, they will be helping each other. Royal staff, it means king has arrived, peace has arrived. So whenever you see a king, or you just see a royal staff like this and king was not there, it means I bring to you peace in the land. That's just it. And then these are the example of casual crown meant for kings. And these are beaded shoes for kings as well. The picture you are seeing here is late Obalalo Adebolu, the Awujale of the Bulan. He ruled from 1915 to 1925. He came from this man was the first Awujale from Ijebu ruling house. I told you we have Anikilaya ruling house, which are current king A from Anikilaya ruling house. Then Oba Ademuyewo of Idipote, the first Awujale from Idipote ruling house. Then Oba Daniel Johnson from Belegua ruling house. And Oba Alayelu Ademolu from Ijebu ruling house. And out of this past king's name, the number 14th Oba of Ijebu land was Oba Otutu. And the number 15 was Oba Juakale. You look at it very well. Oba Otutu and Oba Juakale were brothers. When Oba Otutu was on throne, he had what we called leprosy. And it is forbidden for anyone to be infected by leprosy. You have to banish this person.
Leprosy is ete.
Yes, ete.
Adete.
Yes, adete. And as long as he had that leprosy, they had to banish him. As a king, they banished him from the throne, from the town. So a place we call Idowa, and that Idowa then was a thick forest then. They banished him to that place, thick forest, Idowa. As times goes on, once they banish him, they cannot leave the throne empty. So they enthrone his brother Oba Juakale, which is the 15th king of Ijebu land. So as time goes on, Oba Otutu got healed from that leprosy on his own. So, and he came back. And as soon as they see him, they said, we can't overthrow. No, I didn't come to overthrow. You banished me. And I thank God I got healed. I can't be all alone in that place. I came back for you to announce to the land, anyone that loves me, every of my loved ones, I want to be permitted to take them along with me. He said, where are you taking them to? I'm going back to where you chased me to. And that was why Idowa city, Idowa town came to existence. Wow. And this is the main reason why we are having the picture, the large picture of crowns in Idowa, royal staff of Idowa, and so on and so forth. And these are examples of a royal chair. And that is an example of a royal umbrella. Whenever a king is going out, he has to be covered by the umbrella. Either it's raining or it's sunny. Then, the archive you are seeing on here, hello, I'm not going to repeat myself. And the third king, female king, was Oba Rubakoye, which is the 37th female king of Ijebu. Till we get to His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Kayode Adetono, Ogbagba II, Awujale Agbaramotola of Ijebu land, which is the 57th king of Ijebu land. And if you look up here, you see an example of the crown and royal staff of office as well. If you look at these two things, the crown and the royal staff of office, there are two things that are common between the two. The similarities, I don't know if anyone can tell me the similarity between them to the present king. The first king of Ijebu land was Oba Oliwa, and the second was Oba Oshi, and the third one was Oba Anta. And out of the six, Oba Anta, we started this year Awujale of Ijebu land, which I said the staff of Oba Anta became the Iroko tree they were worshipping as. And out of these names, we have 3 female kings among them. The first was the one they present to him when he became a king, and that was when the picture was taken there. The sword and so on. This is a full regalia King Adetono on the throne. The only thing that is missing here is the king, the king himself. But every of the regalia are here since 1960. If you have any question.
Ẹ káàsán ma.
Ẹ káàsán.
Orúkọ mi ni Fatai Motoyose. Kí lorúkọ yín mà?
Orúkọ tèmi ni Aliyatu Odulana, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú-Igbó.
Okay, apá abúlé tí wá ń Ìjẹ̀bú Igbó mà.
Mo wá láti Àtìkòrè bí mo ti wá o.
So ma mo fẹ́ bèrè bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe ní apá àti tọ̀dọ̀ yín.
Ah, ìṣẹ̀ṣe tí láà máa ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wa. Ah, ìṣẹ̀ṣe pọ̀. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe wéè. Bá ṣe ń ṣe ní Ìjẹ̀bú Igbó, a máa ń ṣe ọdún Ègún, a máa ń ṣe ọdún òrìṣà ńlá, a máa ń ṣe ọdún àwọn onímálẹ̀, àwọn aláṣọ funfun. Èmi náà a máa wọ aṣọ funfun, a máa jó, ká máa jó, ká máa yọ̀, ká máa ṣọdún ìṣẹ̀ṣe ni. Èmi náà kẹ́ aṣọ Ègún, níjẹ̀bú aṣọ Ègún, kọ́ máa ọmọ gbé Ègún, ká wá obìnrin ká máa tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn, ká máa tẹ̀lé wọn, ká máa ṣọdún Ègún wa. Bá ṣe ń ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe níjẹ̀bú Igbó rẹ̀ yẹn.
Okay ma, oúnjẹ wo ni ó common níjẹ̀bú, oúnjẹ wo ló ń jẹ níjẹ̀bú?
Ah, ìkọ́kọrẹ́ ni o. Ìkọ́kọrẹ́. Ká bá fẹ́ ṣe ọdún ìṣẹ̀ṣe yẹn, a máa ń ṣe ìkọ́kọrẹ́, kí ìkọ́kọrẹ́ máa pọ̀ gan-an ìkọ́kọrẹ́. Ah, oúnjẹ Ìjẹ̀bú rẹ̀ yẹn.
Ṣé lè sọ nípele nípele bọ́ yín ṣe ìkọ́kọrẹ́ yẹn fún àwọn tó bá fẹ́ máa jẹ báyìí?
Ah, ìkọ́kọrẹ́ mo lè bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe ìkọ́kọrẹ́ níjẹ̀bú máa sọ. Ká bá ti mú ra iṣu ìkọ́kọrẹ́, ká bá ra iṣu ìkọ́kọrẹ́, àmú òrin, à bẹ́ iṣu yẹn, ká bá ti bẹ́ iṣu yẹn máa pọ̀, ká máa bẹ́ iṣu kó máa pọ̀ dáadáa, kí iṣu yẹn máa pọ̀ dáadáa, ká máa mú, ká máa gbé òrin, ká máa rin iṣu. Ọwọ́n ìyàwó ilé kọ́ máa rin, 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 kọ́ máa rin. Ká bá ti rin iṣu tán, ká máa gbómi kaná, ká máa gbómi kaná lórí iná igi, ká máa mú iṣu yẹn ká máa dà sí, ká máa bẹ́ epo sí, ká máa bú ata sí, ká máa ṣe ìkọ́kọrẹ́ kó máa hó jáde dáadáa, ká máa ṣe ìkọ́kọrẹ́, ká máa bẹ̀ sí ní bùrà bọ́rọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn kan máa jẹ.
So ó ti tán bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ó ti tán, a máa kẹja náà.
Okay ma, ẹ ṣé gan ma, ẹ ṣé fún time tẹ gbà wá ní mi mo máa sọ Yorùbá mọ́ mi, ẹ ṣé fún àsìkò tẹ fún wa.
Àsìkò tí mo fún ẹ náà yìí, àsìkò èdà náà ni. Àmọ́ nípa ìṣẹ̀ṣe yìí, kábà ní ká tẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ̀ṣe pọ̀ o. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe gùn gan róngùn. Àṣà Ìjẹ̀bú ó pọ̀ dáadáa. Àṣà Ìjẹ̀bú gan, a máa ń ṣe ọ̀jọ̀jọ̀, kábà tó máa ṣe àtúnmáṣe ọ̀jọ̀jọ̀, kábà tó máa ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú àtúnmáṣe ṣe bìrìpò. Mélòó la fẹ́ kà ní nǹkan ilẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú.
Okay ma, ẹ ṣé gan ma.
Hope you enjoyed the documentary. As you know, Ijebu is an ancient kingdom filled with rich stories and tradition, with the likes of Agemo, Merindilogun, Ojidioba, and the present king, His Royal Highness S.K. Adetono, who is the 57th Awujale, who has reigned from 1960 to date. We are 1112 Media and Event students. Thank you.